The global cryptocurrency market capitalization reached an all-time high of $4.3 trillion in 2025, with Bitcoin and Ethereum breaching new highs, underscoring a year that defied easy characterization. While the crypto industry finally got its wish of mass institutional adoption and regulatory clarity, cryptocurrency prices remained lukewarm for most of the year, with few trends or sectors able to rival the memecoin surge that dominated 2024. This seemingly contradictory theme of positive news amid negative prices was evident across various parts of the industry. Despite U.S. President Donald Trump executing on his pledge to make the U.S. the Bitcoin superpower of the world, BTC traded down 2.5% year-to-date. YTD. Even with record stablecoin issuance, ETH fell 10% and barely exceeded its prior price peak. In many ways, 2025 can be marked as the year of conflicted feelings. Macroeconomic landscape provides base from which crypto builds. Following the inauguration of Donald Trump as the 47th President of the United States, the global market was thrust into a trade war, as the Trump administration imposed a series of tariffs on April 2, 2025, known as Liberation Day, that were the highest since World War II, with baseline tariffs of 10% on imports from nearly every country, with some targeted tariffs reaching higher than 100%. The days following Liberation Day, equities and crypto sold off sharply, with the S&P 500 and the total cryptocurrency markets both shedding over 15% from their market caps in under a week. U.S. Treasury yields also spiked amid fears of U.S. market instability, with gold prices reaching historic highs. Market fears, however, were brief, with prices recovering to pre-Liberation Day highs in May, as the Trump administration communicated its willingness to negotiate deals on its newly implemented tariffs. In October, both the equities and crypto markets reached new all-time highs, as traders began pricing in a milder than expected impact from the U.S. tariffs, alongside 2 rate cuts from the Federal Reserve and a softening tone on tariffs from the Trump administration. Specific to crypto, the market landscape was greatly reshaped by a pro-crypto U.S. presidential administration and a neutral, if not accommodating, U.S. Congress, some members of which were elected to their positions with the help of crypto super PACs during the 2024 election cycle. This year was jump-started with the most pro-crypto administration in history, with the Trump administration installing a number of officials known for their favorable stances on digital assets into key policymaking and regulatory roles. These appointments include venture capitalist David Sacks as the government's new AI and crypto czar, and Paul Atkins, who replaces anti-crypto Gary Gensler as the new SEC chair. Additional key appointees include Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, and CFTC Commissioner Caroline Pham. With clearer regulatory guidance and a more supportive political climate, 2025 saw a proliferation in institutional crypto initiatives, jump-starting a wave of initial public offerings, IPOs. Amongst crypto-related firms was Circle's blockbuster IPO in June 2025, which saw its shares surged by over 700% within a month of going public, pushing the company's valuation above $60 billion at its peak. The deal's success paved the way for bullish figure and Gemini to also go public amid heightened investor enthusiasm, with all three firms' IPOs attracting oversubscribed demand, encouraging additional public filings from long-standing firms like BitGo and Kraken, alongside the increase in public offerings of crypto firms. We also saw the rise of digital asset treasury (DAT) companies hit the public markets, expanding on the playbook pioneered by Strategy's Bitcoin vehicle for a host of alternative digital assets. As we will expand on throughout the institutional section of this report, the number of DATs in 2025 grew eightfold compared to the year prior, with aggregate market capitalizations peaking at over $100 billion. There are now well over 100 digital treasury companies operating across markets, providing exposure to BTC, ETH, SOL, and a host of other cryptocurrencies.